Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL offseason is always buzzing with rumors, potential trades, and strategic moves that could reshape the landscape. And this year, it's no different. But one story that's really caught the attention of 49ers fans and NFL analysts alike is the speculation surrounding a blockbuster trade involving none other than Quentin Nelson, the Colts' powerhouse guard. And if this deal materializes, it could be one of the most significant moves for the 49ers in years, especially considering their current offensive line situation and the quest to bolster their offense for another deep playoff run. Let's break it down. The Indianapolis Colts, after a disappointing 6-11 season in 2025, are at a crossroads. Not only did they underperform, but their offensive line was a clear weakness, allowing a staggering 52 sacks. That's the 29th worst in the NFL. It's no secret that the Colts are in rebuild mode, and it looks like they're willing to shake things up to gather draft capital and reset their roster. According to sources, the Colts are open to trading Nelson, a 5-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro, and are reportedly asking for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft plus a third-round pick in 2027. The move would also free up about $12 million in cap space, which they could reinvest in younger players or other areas of need. For the 49ers, this couldn't be more intriguing. They currently have around $37 million in cap space, and with the recent ACL injury to Nick Bosa, their pass rush has taken a hit. Plus, with the offensive line being a work in progress, especially after losing Bosa for part of the season, the addition of a dominant guard like Nelson could be a game changer. Nelson, at 29, is still in his prime, and his performance in 2025 was nothing short of elite, despite missing 2 games due to an ankle sprain. His PFF grade of 91.2 ranks him as the top offensive guard in the league, and his run blocking and pass protection are among the best we've seen. He's a true mauler in the trenches, and bringing him into the 49ers lineup would immediately stabilize and elevate their interior blocking, giving Brock Purdy more time and creating more space for Christian McCaffrey in the running game. And let's talk about how Nelson's presence would impact the offense. With him anchoring the line, the 49ers could expect a reduction of roughly 14 sacks, dropping from their current total of 38 to about 24. That's a huge difference. It would also boost EPA per pass, expected points added, by around 18%, making life easier for Purdy and giving their offense a more consistent rhythm. His run blocking, graded at 98, would also elevate the performance of McCaffrey, who's been a key piece of this offense. His ability to create mismatches, especially against weaker fronts, could unlock even more explosive plays. Just look at the Rams game last year, where the 49ers' run efficiency jumped by over 20% with a better interior line. And with Banks, their PFF-rated tackle at 78.5, the line would be considered an elite unit, and San Francisco could gain at least 5 more minutes per game of top-tier ball control. Now, the impact isn't just on the offensive side. Defensively, with Bosa sidelined since September, the 49ers have faced pressure on their pass rush. Having Nelson, who is known for his toughness and consistency, would allow the team to focus more on their pass rush from other positions, knowing their interior is solid. This would help balance the team's overall defensive approach and keep opponents from focusing solely on Bosa's absence. Plus, the added stability on the line would give the secondary more confidence and help reduce big plays. The Colts, on the other hand, are looking at their cap situation. They have around $45 million available for 2026, but they're also eyeing their future. They're in a position where they might prioritize draft capital and youth over veteran stability, especially with their rebuild underway. Trading Nelson, who's still at the top of his game, makes sense for them, especially if they can land a high draft pick that could help accelerate their rebuild. Rumors suggest that the Colts are open to using the trade to gather assets that could help them rebuild from the ground up, similar to what the Titans did with Jeffrey Simmons in 2025. For the 49ers, acquiring Nelson isn't just about fixing the line, it's about setting a tone for the season. Imagine a scenario where the offensive line becomes a true strength, allowing Purdy to operate with confidence, McCaffrey to run wild, and the offense to push into the mid-30s in points per game. Plus, with Nelson's leadership and veteran presence, the locker room benefits as well, especially as the team faces the challenges of a tough NFC West and playoff competition. The 49ers are already a team built around a strong defense and a versatile offense, but adding a player like Nelson would elevate their entire unit, making them even more dangerous come playoff time. Now, let's consider how this impacts the Super Bowl picture. The 49ers, currently with plus 1,500 odds to win Super Bowl LXI via DraftKings, could see those odds drop significantly if they land Nelson. Bringing in a player of his caliber, especially one with his track record of success, could boost their chances to around plus 700, making them one of the most formidable contenders in the NFC. The comparison to the 2019 Chiefs with Kels, who was a red zone beast and a key factor in their Super Bowl run, is fitting. Nelson could be that kind of X-factor for the 49ers, helping them push their offense to a new level in the playoffs. And it's not just about immediate success. This move could also leave a lasting legacy. Nelson's presence in San Francisco would be remembered as a pivotal moment, similar to how Zach Martin transformed the Cowboys' interior line or how Trent Williams has been a cornerstone for the 49ers. It's about building a team that's not just good enough to compete but good enough to dominate and chase multiple Super Bowls. The 49ers have been knocking on the door for a while now, and with a move like this, they could finally push through and claim that elusive championship. Of course, there are questions and uncertainties. Will the Colts bite? Will the 49ers be willing to part with a first-round pick in 2026? How will Nelson fit into San Francisco's scheme, and will he be able to adapt quickly? But based on the current intel and the team's needs, it seems like a trade that could make a lot of sense for both sides. The 49ers have the cap space, the draft capital, and the desire to win now, while the Colts could benefit from the rebuild process and adding more picks for the future. In conclusion, fans, this potential trade for Quentin Nelson isn't just a rumor, it's a game changer. If it happens, it could redefine the 49ers' season and set them up for a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl victory. It's the kind of move that reminds us why we love this game, the unpredictability, the strategic chess matches, and the pursuit of greatness. The 49ers are always looking to improve, and right now, acquiring a player like Nelson would be a statement that they mean business, that they're all in for another championship run. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, 49ers fans? Is this the move that takes us over the top? Would you be excited to see Nelson in the red and gold, dominating in the trenches and helping us chase that 6th Lombardi trophy? I know I am. The offseason is always full of surprises, and this one, if it comes true, could be one of the most impactful in recent memory. The team has shown their desire to compete at the highest level, and adding a player like Nelson would be a statement of intent. And finally, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this trade will happen? How would Nelson fit into our offense? What do you think about the potential impact on our Super Bowl chances? Your opinions matter so much, let's get a conversation going. I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis, so stay tuned. 49ers faithful. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come. Go Niners.